Welcome back. You're watching Inside Tennessee. We're going to pick up where we left off. Daniel Gerke, what's a decent wage in Knox County?
Well, you know, I think just from what I've been experiencing and walking through the community, I would say probably right around that $18, $20 range would be good. So what you want to do to be able to get those types of wages in is you have to be able to entice companies with those types of jobs that come in, because we have a lot of service sector jobs here that don't pay that kind of money.
They don't.
So what you need to do, and I have a lot of experience working with Fortune 100 companies and other large employers when they're looking for offices. And one of the things that they're looking for, several things they look for a really strong education system, which we do have a great education system here, which we need to actually pay our teachers more so that we don't continue to lose them. Safe neighborhoods, good infrastructure, and then things to do. So as the community continues to grow, we need to plan and zone appropriately. We need to make sure that we're creating environments for the neighborhoods to where you don't always have to get in your car and go out. The more we make the more progressive we make our city and easier to live in, the better those jobs are going to be from those companies coming here, because they're not going to come here if we have 2-hour traffic jams trying to get to work and from work, or if we don't have any kind of outdoor activities that you can get to easily. So as County Commission, we have a lot of opportunity to work through those pieces. We can help fund the schools, work very closely with them. My experience as a project management professional for the past 20 years has taught me that you really have to work with the experts, and you have to build those relationships with the experts. So in order to get that wage that we want and get higher up in the scale for folks, we need to do a better job ensuring that we're zoning correctly and that we're building out correctly with the roads and the infrastructure, and continue to fund our schools and our sheriff to make sure that this is safe.
I'll stay with you and then we'll go to Justin. I've heard a criticism that Knox County is losing, or the amount of good land to bring in bigger companies is shrinking. There's not as much available. If that's true, what do you do about that if you're on commission?
Well, that's when you work with the Metropolitan Planning Commission and you address what that issues are. Like, what is the specific thing? Each company is different. You have to look at them specifically to their situation and then figure out what you can do to help solve to get them in here, to whatever those problems are. So I would look at everybody individually. I'd gather the facts, and then I'd work with the experts that would make the recommendations, and then I'd listen to what the people want and make sure that we're representing what their interest is. So working with the experts, identifying the stakeholders, being inclusive, it was going to really help us bring in those businesses, and then we'll find a place for them.
Justin, how do you accommodate a business that wants to come here, but maybe it's a challenge finding land?
Well, I think one of the things that we need to look at is some of the businesses that have left and maybe renovate some of the properties that they've left us behind with. That's one of the #1 things. You know, you have some parcels or some business areas right now that can be renovated and taken advantage of, whether it's out at East Bridge or West Bridge, or whether it's something like the Palm Beach Mill Outlet or something like that. If we're looking for a specific parcel of land that to accommodate somebody, like let's just say Amazon wanted to come here, and we had something like an international airport to attract them, like just a few days ago, you know, how we did the $50 million expansion. I believe that there's parcels that we can still take advantage of. There's areas that we can still do things at, you know, with the Midway Road exit being getting ready to be built, and they're talking about putting an industrial park there. We just have to look at where we can put these companies, because we definitely need the jobs, and companies like that pay very well. They pay very, very well, and if it's going to benefit our county and our citizens, we need to do whatever we can to accommodate them.
Our time's coming to an end, but I want to give each of you 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Tell me, or tell the folks that are sitting at home, why they should vote for you. Let's start with you, Daniel.
Well, first of all, I came to Knoxville 6 years ago because of the school system, because I have actually a 6th grader now. She's going to 6th grade. So you should vote for me because I have a lot of experience. I've owned a gondolier restaurant and know what it's like to be a small business owner and the challenges there. I have a master's degree in public administration from University of Tennessee down in Chattanooga, so I have training in what the local government does and how it interacts with the other governments that we have, state legislature and all the other fun ones. So I would say that vote for me because of my education, my experience. I've been a project manager, professional, managing multi-million-dollar projects for 20 years, so I know how to really get things done.
Justin?
I would say the reason that I need to be the candidate that you vote for is I've lived here my entire life. I'm a 6th-generation East Tennessean. I'm proud of Knoxville. I'm raising my family here. My wife and I have our children here in public schools. I'm a product of these public schools here in Knoxville. And the thing that I want to basically make sure that everybody understands is I know the issues that we've had. We've had these same issues for years and years, and I'm ready to go in there on day one and do whatever I can to represent you, the citizens of Knox County, and make sure that I'm the best candidate for you.
Gentlemen, we appreciate both of you being on, and we appreciate you watching. We will be back on next Sunday, Inside Tennessee, and we hope you'll tune in. Take care.